We're back.
Yo. Oh yeah.
You're
Back and better than ever.
yeah, you're home for the best Yu-Gi-Oh related podcasts out there. At least
Oh
that's
yeah.
how I tell myself to so I can sleep every night. Attempt to.
Yeah. Same. I'm like, man, if we were not the best Yu-Gi-Oh podcast out there, I'd I don't know what I'd do. I would cry myself to sleep every night.
The
That's
tears
probably
just
what I'd
add
do.
so much flavoring. Yo, CS, what's
Yeah.
up? What is going on in hat? Drama? Card pieces? Maybe all the above.
Maybe, yeah. But I figured like Hat is sort of I mean, it's like taking off. It's not like, to the level where Edison or even Tengu Clan is yet. But I think there's been a lot more interest lately. Because I feel like as Edison has become more solved, oh wait, let me just check to make sure my deck is right. I
Oh,
just realized that. Okay,
sure.
yeah, yeah,
I,
okay, good.
I guess before we start though, we should let everyone know, um, what is hat format, right? We
Oh,
should
it's a very good point.
set
Yeah,
set the ground here.
Janjo, as the hat format video essay creator, do you want to say this sort of overview of it?
Oh god, I made that video months ago. It finally went up, but it was made back in like god, I don't know how long. So it is the final Zexal format, following the April 2014 list, but it goes up to July 2014. There's a couple different eras. The big sets, top of my head, include Dragons of Legend, Primal Origin, the Lightsworn structure deck, and I think there's another core set in there.
Yeah, I don't quite know the exact card pool that it goes up to either.
This
Um,
is the last format before uh, battling boxers again. Oh my god.
yeah, I had to run
Uh,
it back.
yeah, this was the last one before the Arc V era, where you get like pendulums. They take away the first turn draw. Things I'll be talking about next year when I start that. Um, and a lot of people really like the format, and it's the what's up with hat format. Well, it's starting to pop off. Historically speaking, it was an incredibly diverse format, very trap heavy, but they did have a lot of combo potential. And a lot of the top decks did also have clear weaknesses. So a lot of rogue decks or smaller decks or whatever decks you kind of wanted to run was more viable than previous formats, like Firewater, even though that also had a ton of variety, which we showcased last stream. Some of the big decks included like Geargia, Karakuri, Hat, Fat, Cat, Fire Fist, Trap Tricks, Artifacts, that whole kind of engines. In a really unique way, you don't really see from top decks being just like such a hodgepodge. I, mean, I guess like Synchro Plant is the kind of thing, but apparently it's popping off. It was a pretty popular format for a bit now, but supposedly, word on the grapevine is that it is bustling right now.
Yeah, it seems like a lot more locals are starting to host hat events because it seems like there's a fair amount of Edison players who they still like the format, but as Edison's gotten more solved, they've sort of gotten tired that like the top decks in the room are just kind of solidified as like Black Wings, Vayu, and Frogs, and they've sort of been like, well, I want to dive into a format where it's like less concrete, right? Where people are still able to explore with all these decks and potentially do well with them. And so they've gone to Hat and they've been like, wow, this format's pretty fun. It's in the Zexal era, as you mentioned, before Arc V, so no pendulum stuff, which is really when like the modern game starts to, I think, really take off is in Arc V, where it becomes super modern. But here it's like the last of the good old fashioned Yu-Gi-Oh formats, and people are like, let's dive into it, see what it is. And there have been some channels that have been highlighting it recently, like the I Am Nerd podcast channel, which normally covers like Edison content and a little bit of Tengu Plant, has been showing off some hat videos recently. I know Oscar Zelaya's channel, who was YCS champ, I'm pretty sure. he's got a channel called Legacy Retro Formats, and that's been showing off some live hat gameplay as well. So it's been pretty good for hat so far. And of course, you've got the older hat YouTubers like Alrayam, who's still making content. And so there are content creators out there for hat. And it seems like people are enjoying it so far. And of course, that can change over time. Retro communities can be fickle. But I think people are enjoying it so far. Ooh, Psychics. Very, very cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
So when
I like
Serene
Psychics.
Psychic Witch is destroyed to the grave, I can banish a Psychic monster with 2k or less attack from my deck. Then during my standby phase, if Psychic Witch is still in the graveyard, I can special summon the monster.
Yeah, and that's all good. Get banishing.
Uh, so question of the day.
Yeah, what do you banish? That's the tricky thing.
Hmm.
Will it be able to deal with Battle and Boxer Lead Yoke? Is the question.
I don't know. See, psychics are cool because they've been around since like the 5Ds era, and it's cool. And it's interesting to see like an engine like this can still function within the standard hat engines, um, which just goes to show like how good those engines are
Yeah.
compared. Which so you could argue may be an issue.
Yeah, some people don't like Hat because they're like, oh, it's too back row focused. There's no heavy storm. So, setting a ton of back row is less punishable. Also, control decks like Cat or Hat or Fat or whatever you want to take that at build into, they often play a lot of back row because they're control decks. So some people don't like that style of gameplay, but I do think it's still fun. And it's just different strokes for different folks. And I'm glad that people are experimenting with another format because I've sort of always been of the opinion like the more formats, the better. Um, but yeah, we'll have to see if Hat lasts because, I feel like with the 3v3 event at the YCS, Tengu Plant got a brief burst of popularity, but then over time, people just sort of stopped playing it. Oh, you're playing an artifact engine. Okay, let me think about this. Um, okay,
Okay, I am
what's the target?
my middle card.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Which is Moral Tack.
Okay, so you get to bring that out in attack. Okay, or that is fine. What are you targeting? I guess you
Um,
have to target the lead yoke.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna detach then. Go up to 3K. So I see you're on a Pat deck. Psychic
It's
artifact. Or maybe no trap tricks, but
Pack like
Yeah.
the bastard. Yeah, with like, what I find this format so interesting to me that it is such a back row and kind of trap heavy specific format where you don't really get that. Like, I have a hard time thinking of a format, at least up to this point, that is like that, right? I mean,
Yeah. I
like
mean,
some decks are
you
back
have
row
to go
heavy,
back.
but traps are like real up there.
Yeah, I mean, Wiretap is a main deck inclusion in a lot of decks because there are just so many traps going around, and Wiretrap is a trap that negates other traps. So
Hmm.
it's like it's just very neat to see this because I feel like over the course of Yu-Gi-Oh's history, there's a balance between control and combo, and that ebbs and flows a lot of the time. But it's just interesting to see that this late in the game's history, we still have that sort of thing going on.
Gonna attempt a
Synchro.
synchro.
I'm going to see what you bring out first, and then I may have a response. Oh, Stardust? That is fine. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, like I understand like why people like this format so much because it is such a unique format, but also like super diverse too. And it's kind of at least up to this point, it has remained that way, right? And
Yeah.
perhaps it may be a thing of people are trying to, taking their packing up their settlement in Edison and trying to find that next frontier.
Yeah, and I think that's something that retro formats have to deal with quite a bit. I mean, you could argue some of the growth of Edison came from people playing Goat and being like, "Man, Chaos Turbo is just everywhere. I don't, I want to play a format where the meta isn't as cemented." And attack.
I'm
Ooh,
going to
that's a bit scary.
declare attack.
I'm gonna activate Dim Priz.
Mm,
Not
I
Lantern me.
I can't negate that with Stardust, can I?
Yeah, you could lance your own Stardust.
Um. Mm,
I wouldn't recommend it, but you could.
mm, mm. That I'll allow. I don't
Okay,
like it
happy to see
though.
that. Happy to see that.
I guess end my turn. Um. Yeah, like there are, because another thing I really like about Hat is that there's not too many degenerate cards. I mean, obviously the big one people would say would be Soul Charge, right? But it's
Yeah,
also the kind of thing where there's risk reward, right? You don't get a battle phase with it. It costs a ton of life points. Um, mm,
speaking
and
of a ton of life points.
yeah, speaking of a ton of life points, but like yeah, there's risk reward to it, and like yeah,
Yeah,
Max C is also like a soft counter to it in this format too. Like it's not as
soft
broken
counter.
as it would be in later formats that would eventually get banned to this day.
Yeah, and if you think about it, like, let's say these attacks go through, right? You're at 3,000 life points. You top deck Soul Charge here. Um, ooh, I will allow that. Yeah. So now the 800 boost will go away once it's flipped back up.
Yes.
Hey. But if that attack had gone through and you top deck Soul Charge here, it's a Soul Charge for 2.
I'm gonna
No.
no.
I ain't letting that happen. MST. MST that away.
All right. Yeah, because the thing is, this is like you take the two like big Zexal formats that people play, right? Tengu Plant and Hat, and there are like the opposite ends of the spectrums. One's right at the beginning, one's at the end. But with this, you get way more cards to play with, way more cards than like even like Edison, right? You get a whole era of cards and everything that the Zexal era has been building up to this point, and it has continued to follow that philosophy of what it wants to do. Which yeah,
Yeah.
it kind of has started a couple formats before, but this is like the big one, right? And they really ended with a bang.
Yeah, and it's like for this video, we're kind of playing like Rogue or Tier 3 decks, just to sort of like make it a bit more interesting here. But even if you look at like the Tier 1 decks or Tier 2 decks, there's a lot of variety there. Ooh, um, yeah, that's fine.
They
Yeah,
can add a hole from deck to hand.
yeah, get that hole. But like, and other decks can play around with those strategies as well. I mean, you see here, uh, there is an Artifact Traptrix engine in the Psychic deck here, um, and like it just there's a lot of interesting stuff. There's Mermails, there's Yugioh, there's Spellbooks, there's Infernity, there's like so many classic archetypes going on here. Uh, ooh, on that, okay,
Yeah, like I actually because yeah, we did want to pick more jank stuff. Um, but man, I was like, I just been itching to play Infernity for a while now, and I just haven't got the chance to play Infernity in anything.
yeah. Well, we could have potentially done tier 1 decks if people are interested. Let us know for the future if you want to see us play a high level decks. But I do feel like in Hat, like it's not as I don't want to say boring because I wouldn't necessarily say the metas for other formats are boring, but like there's a lot of variety there, right? Like you could potentially
Hmm.
put on a variety show playing the top tier decks in Hat because they all play pretty differently, and there's some interesting matchups in between them. So it's pretty cool overall.
Yeah, because I've not been one to shy away from like criticisms for Tengu Plant, and like especially with like the last recent sets of the Zexal era, like they really focused on that toolbox. like the rank fours, like primarily, which is something I
Yeah.
really like
And it
about it
gives you
too.
decisions like the one you're facing now, right? Like, there's a lot of skill had in just what you go for in this sort of situation. Um, and it just makes it a very interesting sort of thing. Ooh, okay.
I basically just need something with like good attack that can beat over this because it's 2K.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense to me. Um, yeah, that's fine. I'll let that go through. Actually, does this will I be able to detach? Because it flips face up and then it would be destroyed. So actually I'm just gonna
Does wait. Well, because I'd be in damage step, so I wouldn't be able to,
no, but this is just
right?
if it would be
Or
destroyed
or,
by
or
battle, right?
damage calc.
Yeah, but the battle thing. Because destroyed by battle thing would happen in damage. So it
But also,
won't
does
say
but wouldn't have any materials if it's flip face down,
no,
right?
it still has the material on it. It had the monsters retain their materials if they're set face down. And that's why it had the material. So actually I'm just gonna
Do they? Am I
attach.
am I am I like am I going crazy
They do.
here?
It happened on Dueling Book here. It happened on Dueling Book where it retained the material. Like if you want to see, I can
I saw it. Oh yeah, I
yeah.
guess. I don't know why. Like something in my head, I'm like, oh, they don't keep their materials.
And then since this was set face down, it forgets the fact that it's special summoned, so you can't honor arc it. So that's the BS part about this.
Hmm.
But uh that's how it goes.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I wasn't even thinking about that, but then I was like, wait, it does flip up. So it will get its effect if it's attacked over here. So yeah, I'm just gonna attack into it.
Okay, I will take the damage, but I'll detach instead.
Yep.
Um.
But having something like honor arc is very interesting because like I like it when there are known threats like that you have to play around, right? They're like, oh, my opponent can always honor arc my monster if they go into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, how do you deal with that?
Let's see. I will normal summon Dionea, which
Uh,
will allow me to revive
ooh,
Mirror Mellow.
I
Um,
am.
and that's all it does.
I'm going to Fiendish Chain the Dionea.
Okay.
I don't want you getting back that Myrmelio and picking apart my back row.
Hmm. Well, I guess that's. What is this? Like, I mean, this is basically hat, right? Back row, back row, back row.
Yeah, pretty much. uh,
What is this critter format?
Pretty much. I mean, it's cool to see how the game is so much cyclical in that sort of thing.
Yeah, like
Um,
I have an out, but then you get an out, then I get an out.
yeah, it's very back and forth despite the high power level compared to previous formats. Um, I think it's really cool.
Okay, this lead yolk continues week after week.
Oh yeah, that that's what he does. He's a blood yoke. He just sits there and it is annoying.
I can see why sidekicks are tier 3.
Well, you want to know something? Battling Boxer is rogue, so yeah. But I guess rogue in context of the top decks in the format, not necessarily in the
I mean,
context of
granted,
like
I'm sure I've misplayed like 3 times already.
yeah. I mean, it's tough to say, but like I feel like that's got to be a hand. No, actually, it could be maybe someone
Mm-hmm.
else.
Because
Okay,
has
well,
because hat format hasn't been part of Time Wizard
not
events, have
yet,
they?
but I think I've heard rumblings that They're planning on dropping Tengu from the 3v3 at the next YCS.
Hmm.
And one thing that a lot of people think that they might replace it with is Hat, which I'd be open to. I think it would be a fun sort of thing. I'm going to MST that back row. I think it's the bottomless. I don't think it's an artifact. If it is an artifact, bravo.
Declare. I haven't seen you target anything.
I'm going to target that one.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Whew. I was a bit worried there. But let's go for a Fire Hand.
Fire Hand. Oh, come on. Playing top tier cards. Come on, that's not fair.
You're playing the artifacts and the trap tricks. I can play the hands, right? We're completing the package. Do I attack into that set? I feel like it's probably another witch. So I don't want to attack into it. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna clear your honor arc. Get it out of there.
Yep. It could be a giant soldier of stone.
Could be. Which is another reason for you not to attack into it with the hand.
Elusive Mirror, what's up? Isn't that what started the hype, rumor, speculation on Hat being a format for the Time Wizard 3v3?
Yeah, I think there were a lot of things. Like it's like a lot of things tied together. And it's tough when it just comes to rumors online, like tracing that back, because certain rumors seem to supersede other rumors, because it's like, let's say Hat starts getting popular, and because it's getting popular, people are wondering, why is it getting popular? And then people are like, well, I heard Tengu's dropped from the 3v3, and then it's like, oh, wait, does that mean that they're planning on putting Hat in the 3v3? And so then does that, like, retroactively become the source of that or not? Like, it's tough to say. I think that there are a lot of different factors, but that's probably one of the reasons why people are jumping onto it, like, at this point in time. But it's tough to say if that caused the initial surge.
I hate this hand. The Fire Hand.
Which, mine or yours?
The Fire Hand.
He just pops monsters.
Yeah, it just pops monsters.
Yeah. That's fine.
No, that wouldn't work. Hiya. We're going to flip Psychic Witch and then
Just crash.
Summon Psychic Jumper. And I think I should use this effect, but I don't know what for.
Do you want the lead yoke or do you want the hand?
The problem is, if I take the hand...
You don't get its effect.
No.
But you can sync with it in main too.
I could sync a...
I don't know if you're playing any sixes. Actually, you're more of a synchro focused deck, so you probably are playing some.
Not with that.
Those psychic Xeno locked synchros.
Okay, here's what I'll do. I've had like 4 different Edison YouTube channels I follow make their first hat video within a week of each other. Something tells me something's up. Predominantly Edison, maybe better way to put it.
I've heard that like there's also market speculation where people are just like, oh, let's get interest up in hats so that way we can buy out the cards and then do things with it. But like, I don't know, that just feels like not. It might be true, but like, it feels like there's also genuine enthusiasm in hat, right? Like, I don't know. I think it's fine.
I summon
okay.
HTS Psyhemoth.
That is a clever card, yeah.
Yes.
Because that will be able to deal with my lead yoke, yeah. That is fine. I realized also that you never got out an artifact with the Sanctum. Because you popped the Moral Attack, but you didn't set an artifact.
With the...
in the deck.
Moral Tech?
No, with the... Or Ignition, not Sanctum. Ignition.
That's right.
You popped the Moral Attack, so you didn't get out. And I don't think it would have mattered here. Unless you're sitting on like a dead artifact in hand that you drew, maybe it would have come up. But
that's game anyway.
Yeah. I just realized that, so.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
It's
happy to,
something for the future.
yeah, like I'm happy to see more formats get more official Konami love. I'm still waiting
Yeah.
on other formats like Critter, Yada, Perfect Circle,
Yeah,
etc.
but I think it's a tougher sell for a lot of people in the DM era because archetypes are a huge part of what sells the game at this point in time. And so a lot of people are just like, I want to play my favorite archetypes. And while a format like Critter or Yada has great gameplay that I think it makes it worth playing, I do think that it doesn't have archetypes, which can cause people to be like, oh, well, there's nothing I really want to latch on to in this
Hmm.
format, you know?
Yeah, and Hats like has
Uh,
such diversity and is kind of that part in Yu-Gi-Oh where there's like so much you can do in it,
yeah.
and I could see them definitely being like, well, Tengu plans kind of, like there's pluses, negatives about it. Let's try this other Zexal format and kind of play around with that.
Yeah. Your deck is tricky to side against. I don't quite know exactly if my siding strategy is correct or not, but we'll find out.
Yeah, like I hope it's not. I mean, obviously, I hope it's not the case where the cars just get like crazy, crazy expensive, like Edison. Then it's like it creates just a weird barrier to entry.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping it doesn't do that, but I mean, I guess one of the things is like if it becomes as popular as something like Edison or Goat or something, it could be like because there's interest now split between three formats, the card prices go down for things like Edison and Goat, because now there are alternatives for people to play instead.
Hmm.
That's the dream, at least. But
Yeah, I just wish we got more like reprints of or some sort of like sets about like Time Wizard formats, like more like actual support than just tournaments.
yeah,
While there is a lot of casual nostalgia for DM era, there actually seems to be very little competitive nostalgia for DM era, as too few played and had access to real decks at the time. I mean,
mm.
Goats obviously is like the big one.
Yeah, you could argue Goat is when people started actually getting their hands on good decks at the time.
Yeah, like
Um,
Chaos is kind of a weird one, but at the very least, like Yada, like that was like a world championship, like the first world championship, right? That was like the format.
yeah, but then you could argue that like, the only people who went to that World's Championship were a select few, right?
Hmm.
Not the average player. But I still think like nostalgia is a big part of what people draws people to these formats. But like if they're already in the mindset to play the old formats of the game, I think they're already in the mood to try out other sorts of formats for nostalgia and stuff. And so it could potentially wind up where we get people who are jumping into Goat or Edison or what have you into these other formats as well. But only time will tell. And I don't like that board there. That's a bit scary of a board. Um,
Yeah, and like if this goes to show anything, it's like you can play battling boxer or psychics and stuff. Like it may not be as optimal, but there's enough cards in the game to basically carry a deck, right? Like I mean, obviously this is just an example of like the hat engine, um, whereas there are like legit other decks that are just solely unique on their own. Excelvin's probably the best example of that because that's like the weird spell deck. Let's
yeah.
see. You hit a scythe.
Okay. I figured I'd hit an artifact of some kind, but
Um, yeah,
I had
special
to go
summons
for it.
it. You cannot special summon extra deck monsters for the rest of the turn.
Yeah, quite unfortunate. But
Is Scythe still banned? I don't know. He might be.
Scythe is, I believe, banned now. Still, I could be wrong,
Yo,
but
Lay Murphy, Critter format Time Wizard would be amazing. I know, right?
yeah, I would love that. But it wouldn't be able to be a 3v3 because, unfortunately, critter games take a bit too long for the 3v3. I think,
Hmm.
but um, it would still be a really fun
I mean,
format.
Ghost can potentially take a long time too. That is.
Or I should wait.
Uh, let's see. Let me think about this.
I don't know if you destroy Ice Hand with your back row on the attack, it won't be able to target one of your back row to pop and then bring out a Fire Hand. So, um, if you got like Mirror Force or something, Ice Hand won't be able to
hmm.
bring out the Fire Hand.
Well, it's an artifact sanctum, so I feel like I should activate
Hmm.
this now, right? Because if
Okay.
you crash with Ice Hand and this gets popped, I essentially can't.
Yeah, well, so Ice Hand. So if you activate this now instead of an artifact, then Ice Hand will just pop the artifact that you bring out. Um,
Well, Ice Hand pops back
but
row
that's also good
cards.
for you. You know.
Sanctum will just summon the artifact monster. So Ice Hand
Oh,
wouldn't.
it summons it. Oh, okay. Yeah, if it just summons it, then yeah. I thought it said it. Yeah, then this will indeed prevent Ice Hand from popping. So yeah,
Yeah, because if I otherwise, if I left it set and Ice Hand pops it,
it just pops the Fire Hand
it
really.
wouldn't.
So
Would it pop the Fire Hand or would it?
it would pop the Fire Hand because Ice Hand destroys it, and then as part of the same effect, it special summons about Fire Hand, and then Sanctum would trigger on a new chain, and then pop the Fire
Right.
Hand.
And then fire would get removed, and then that would pop
And Fire would
Scythe.
pop Scythe, and then I'd be able to bring out an Ice Hand and get in for. So this is the better play on your part, I think, to special summon
That's
out an
what
artifact.
I'm like. These hands, I'm like, if this does this and this does that, and that gets into this and this gets into that, and that pops that, and that pops this, but this change and this pops that.
Yeah, no, it's wild. It's a wild play. So you get to special summon here. So you have to see what you're going to summon.
Well, I have so many options.
Yeah. Here's some big Eltac. That's I think that's the best one to summon right now is big Eltac. That's uh seems like it has the most application on your board.
I get
No.
the
Okay, yeah.
feeling it does not. Um,
So the Ice Hand gets popped. Um unless you don't want to pop it. It says you can destroy
well,
it.
he gets this. Well, Ice and he gets like he already crashed into Scythe, right? So,
Well, so when a monster summoned replay occurs, so I can then choose to
oh,
um
sure, I guess pop it, whatever.
yeah. I mean, you could just go for the damage next turn if you wanted to. But
Scythe is still banned, fortunately, not a healthy card in current format. Yeah, it's. I mean, as special summoning gets more and more, uh, you know, standard index, from the release of like Scythe and stuff, it definitely makes sense that stopping such a crucial mechanic can, it's like if Cold Wave was in this format.
yeah, that would be wild. Cold Wave would be so bad in this format. Oh my goodness. That is in like, miserable to play against.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Do I have a rank 5? Ooh,
Probably, I assume,
Durandal?
right? Yeah,
I could
Durandal's
do a
generally played in decks.
Durandal. I could do a Pleiades. What does Durandal do?
Doesn't Durandal pop back row, if I'm remembering
I can,
correctly?
let's see. When a monster effect is activated or when a normal spell trap is activated, I can detach and then change its effect to pop one of your cards.
Okay.
But it's only normal. I can also detach. Each player with a hand shuffles their hand to the deck to draw the same number. That feels like two completely random effects, right?
It makes sense, right? Because sometimes you want to like shuffle your artifacts back in the deck for things like Sanctum and Ignition, right? Um, and sometimes you want your opponent to just pop your artifacts you already have on field. So I can see it.
I could go for big damage, but if that's like a Mirror Force or whatever, or like Deep Prison, I could just stop it.
Yeah, let me think here on the summon. Um, I'm going to on the summon activate Phoenix Chain.
Hmm. And I can't do anything about that because that is not a normal spell or trap.
You can. Oh, wait, that's not a normal spell trap. That's true. Okay, yeah, that's right.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll take it. I misplayed here a little bit, but it's fine. It's all good.
I mean, it stops Durandal from doing anything.
That's true, but it also lets you know what my back row is, and you could potentially play around that a bit in different ways.
Hmm.
You got like a Gaia charger.
No. Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
I just took this deck from like the online. space.
Yeah,
Because
no, that
thankfully, with Hat being so popular, there are so many. I'm
yeah,
gonna.
like the Hat Alliance Discord server is a lifesaver for if you want to get in a hat. Great place to do so.
Yeah,
Um,
I just went on like the regular hat server. I don't know how many hat servers there are. I'm gonna activate eTele.
ooh, okay, yeah. See, now you could potentially go into a synchro to deal with my back row or something, and then it's a bit awkward because I could have used Phoenix Chain on the other thing.
Yeah, I could
So it's
do.
definitely a misplay on my part, but I misread Durandal. Oh, or Durandal, I guess,
Yeah, I could do a 7 or a 6.
or a 5 if you got level 1, but um
I don't think I have anything that can just like pop a back row
yeah,
aside from like Black Rose Dragon, which is a 7.
I would be okay if you went Black Rose, pop the board. I'd be fine with that.
Actually, I don't think. Actually, I think I only have one option.
Hmm.
Yeah, I only have one option. And that is the Jumpa.
Oh yeah. You want to use Side Blocker's effect before you sync?
You can declare one card. Um,
Give a soul read.
Declare one card name. Cards with that name, their effects not be used. Any. I don't know. Lead yolk, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense to me. That is what my deck is trying to do. So
Yeah, I can only summon Psyhemoth.
yeah, well, that's still 2,400 damage. So
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll attack with that. People already
okay.
arguing that D barrier should be banned and Scythe is just D barrier but stronger and also shuts down Link summons. Oh, like in current game? I mean, D barrier kind of like comes in and out. I mean, Link. Wait, does D barrier take care of
Hmm.
Links? Yes. I mean, D barrier. I remember I picked up copies of the cards like years ago when like not many people playing it because, and I remember talking to the like the clerk at the card store. He's like, "Oh, it's like a D barrier." I'm like, "Hey man, this card comes in and out all the time."
Let's go headgeared. Let's send that Glassjaw to grave.
Glassjaw.
And unfortunately, that's just going to be it for me. Gotta hope that's enough.
Interesting. Yeah, that Phoenix Chain is stupid.
Yeah, a bit annoying.
I'm going to normal summon Dianea. I can't do anything with this effect because I don't have any trap tricks in grave.
Okay,
But it can certainly attack.
that it can.
And Psychemoth can also attack.
Yep. Are you gonna choose to banish or no?
No.
I think that is the smart choice.
I sometimes do the right play.
Let's see. That back row is gonna be a bit annoying for me.
Welcome to hat
Um.
format. That's like the
Yep.
catchphrase. That's the catchphrase of hat format. It's
Yeah.
a bumper sticker.
That back row is gonna be quite annoying for me. Um. I don't know if that really does anything. So I think what I'm going to do here.
I mean, I hope this isn't just like a flash in the pan kind of thing, and I hope it is, start of things to come for the format to really get up there with like Goat and Edison. Because
I
the
hope so too.
Zexal era definitely has been like trying their best in a much more efficient way than like Goat. Um,
And then target Glassjaw.
yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, I can't negate. Oh, yeah, because jump blocker doesn't negate this turn. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that was only last turn.
Shysta.
So let's try and go for lead yolk here. Bottomless, I will use lead yolk to detach the glass jaw. Does that count as being sent to the graveyard by a card effect off lead yolk?
Um, for what?
Or a glass jaw's effect?
Uh,
It says when this card is sent to the graveyard by a card
no,
effect. It is not. Okay.
because it is material. It's not like on the field technically.
Yeah, it doesn't say it has to be sent from field to grave. It just says sent to the graveyard by a card effect.
I think detaching is different.
I would agree with that, but I don't know. It's something interesting. I feel like if it did work that way, then this deck would be a lot better than than it is.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. This Reddit thing does say it does trigger.
Oh, it does.
Wait. This other one says otherwise, though. They both have the same amount of volts.
I mean, I'm fine not triggering it. I think this is fine.
It sounds like. Let's see.
I think my play here is going to be the same no matter what.
It sounds like it might.
I could see it triggering for that. It says because it was sent to the graveyard by a card effect. I mean, if that does trigger, I just get back headgeared, which is not the most.
Yeah,
useful for
if
me,
you wanted to, I'll say
I'll
it's
do it.
good.
Yeah, I mean, headgear does not really do much for me, so I think it's fine to do that. But anyways, I'm just going to attack into Dianea. Get it out of here. I don't want to see it no more.
Yeah, okay.
And this still isn't the best for me, but I'll just pass back to you.
Alrighty then. Well, I can't destroy it, but I can certainly creature swap.
Oh. Ooh.
Have that dirty Durandal.
Damn, I thought you were just gonna crash in to Saima. Ooh, that's rough.
I want normal
Wait, actually, oh no, never mind. It's too late.
Summon Dianea.
I'd lose anyways here, so it's a
activate E-Telly.
Yeah, I can. I've seen the writing on the wall there. Yeah.
Look, Mom, I'm learning. Maybe or maybe not. I don't know.
Oh, that was pretty good. Let's see here.
I was actually using sidekicks. Incredible.
Yeah, the Psyhemoth and the E-Tellies, the side blocker. What do I want to change here? That's not a bad card to. I think this is good to bring in for these. And probably.
So I'll throw out the chat. Chat, what are some of your favorite hat format decks out there? Out of curiosity.
I feel like there are a lot of good ones to choose. Let's go for that.
What would you say your favorite one is?
Oh, mine? Oh, that is a tough one. I think Sylvan's is really cool. So maybe just Sylvan's. I'll go with Sylvan's.
Kenko says Spirits, very fun. Kawaki very fun. Oh, I do like Spirits. I was playing Spirits last stream. It was like, it wasn't It wasn't just plain spirits. It was like spirits something. It might have just been plain spirits, but it was in a fire water format, so it's slightly different.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for this and send Glassjaw.
Okay.
Glassjaw would trigger here, but there's no other Battle Boxers, so I realized I forgot to do that last game as well. But I don't think there were any other Battle Boxers there either, so I think it should work out fine.
Fair
I'll
enough.
just set 2 pass.
Yeah, I haven't played Kawaki Mirror at all, but they look kind of cool. I like the concept of like the core being like, the thing that energizes the whole thing. I think it's a cool concept.
Yeah. And there is a tier 3 deck Kowakimeru as well. So on the Hat Alliance Discord, which is better than I expected Kowakimeru to be. So
I am going to normal Mirmello,
that's fine. Yeah.
and then I'm gonna search for a trap hole card.
Yep. Go ahead. I'm not afraid of no holes.
Grab the Nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will attempt to attack.
I will take it.
Yeah!
Getting in the damage.
Yeah!
But you still take the damage.
I still take the damage.
No, I still take the damage.
Oh, I was like, wait a minute.
I'm just quoting the line from the show where it's like, my monster isn't destroyed, but you still take the damage.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
I cannot say I've seen any anime past GX. Any Yu-Gi-Oh anime. Not anime in general. I'm currently watching Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, Hunter x Hunter's good.
Yeah, I watched an episode like right before the stream.
What do I want to do here? I feel like Rhoda seems good.
Yeah, yep. Yepers.
I like Rhoda. What do I want to add here?
Rhoda of the army.
Yeah, this deck does have a fair amount of options, honestly.
Oh, wait, we should get to 5 likes. We're only at 3 likes currently. I think we can do
5.
5. We got 5 viewers and
5 should
3
be
likes.
doable.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta get on that.
5 for hat.
Yeah.
I don't know what the connection is, but I'm sure there's a connection.
Some connection there, probably.
Hat, magical hats. It's 4 hats and a card. It's 5, technically speaking.
I mean, that's good enough for me. In terms of.
Remember, folks, YouTube likes any form of engagement.
Yeah.
It's just
So
that's
engage.
how it be. Sky Striker, engage.
I'm gonna go.
Switch hitter.
Switch hitter.
He revives one. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna summon him. Is the summon good?
I'm gonna chain Sanctum.
Chaining Sanctum. I'm going to chain Wiretap.
I do believe that's how Wiretap functions as a card.
Yep. I love Wiretap. Very good card.
Yeah, and that is a if I'm not mistaken, that is a new card in this format.
The
From
Wiretap?
Fire,
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because people were like, because on paper it's like, yeah, it shuffles back, they can just redraw it, but I mean the odds of that is worth like just the free negation. For a lot of people, like at least at the time, like historically, and still to this day. I mean, I don't know the last top deck that used it, but I know it was used like throughout the 2010s at the very least. Yo, El Cheshire, what's up? Got your did you get your computer fixed? I know you're having issues earlier today.
Okay, I'm gonna go for this because I'm a bit nervous about trap hole nightmare. So I'm just gonna attack him with these guys. I'm not gonna make that lead yoke too spooky for me.
Yep. Yep, yep, yep.
Well, bam.
Delicious damage. Give me a
Yep.
taste delicious. Mm.
And now I think I will.
Oh, it was a Windows update. Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, the updates can be kind of weird sometimes.
That's why I'm still running off of a Windows 98.
I think I do just go for lead yolk, even though I know you have the trap tricks trapple nightmare. I'm gonna go for it. Is
Well, I
that
can't.
good?
Yeah, well, I can't use it unless you activate its effect.
Yeah, I just figured you might have like bottomless or something, and then I chain this, and then you chain trap tricks trapple nightmare. Um, Either way, I think I still come out ahead in that
Yeah.
because I send Glassjaw for cost, and then even though you negate the lead yolk effect and destroy it, I then can use Glassjaw to get back Twitch hitter and then do the whole thing again
Okay.
next turn. So
I actually do have a Windows 98 computer in my closet. It's pretty
yeah.
hilarious.
Oh, in your closet. I thought you were saying that you were like using now.
No,
I
no,
was like,
no. I cannot.
like, damn, that's
Imagine streaming off of
old
that.
technology.
Yeah, no, I had a friend build it for me like years ago. I haven't touched it, and it takes up a ton of space and is heavy as shit. But I really like it, and it's hard for me to like convince myself to get rid of it because I'm like, oh, but it's really
It's
cool.
classic.
It's really cool.
It's classic. Instant nostalgia seeing the boot up screen, hearing the start sound. Oh, simpler time. Or at least we thought it was when we were younger.
Oh, it's such a classic.
Oh yeah.
Do I have anything on my extra deck? Do I have anything on my extra deck? That's a phrase.
That's the question, yeah. You have anything that can stand up to the power of the lead yoke?
Editing on Premiere with Windows 95 like a pro. Oh god, does Windows 95 even have video editing software? Surely it does, right?
It probably does in some form. I mean, how else would they make like the gifts that would get sent around at the dawning of the internet? You know.
I'm just gonna shotgun.
Um.
I want to get some information here. I did think it would be fun to like do like a Yu-Gi-Oh video or like a Yu-Gi-Oh series or something like that is on like 4x3 and looks old as hell.
That's fine. Yeah, no, that would be neat. Like sort of nostalgia retro thing. Like I know a lot of old games emulate like old NES graphics and things like that. Um, that sort of thing. But
Yeah,
I really debated bouncing back that headgear to then get a back Battle and Boxer Engrave, but I think it is just better to
normal commander.
Yeah, commander's fine.
And then chain teleport.
Ooh, yeah, that's fine.
I do have an idea for a series I might do next year that I might make it look retro. We'll see if I do or not. It depends on when I finish Yu-Gi-Oh! CG.
Yeah. And the OCG videos can take up quite some time because it's tough to research that compared to like TCG stuff. I think
Depends on the topic.
that's true.
But yeah, like I only plan on doing series 1. Like I'll probably maybe do series 2 eventually. Maybe not saying anything on that, but at least series 1. Then I want to like try something else out. I do have an idea, and it's going to be potentially fun, but I don't know when I would. One, I don't know when I would get to that too. I don't know how long it would take to, like if I still want to do it at that point.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a question of the day.
What do you get? Could just Black Rose the board.
Honestly, that wouldn't be the worst.
Yeah, you Black Rose, I
But
Lead Yoke, and then
I don't think I can though because I would need a level 4, and I can't.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah. And Psyhemoth deals with Lead Yoke if I don't have a way to stop it.
He do. How much attack?
Who's to say?
Lead Yoke have 22.
Well, 2200 attack right now, and then after pumping goes to 3000 and then 3800.
Okay. Here's my game plan. I'm going to bring out a Do I just bring out another commander? No. I bring out
Then you can't
Glitch.
sync.
Yeah. No syncing on a Wednesday. I had to stop for a sec. Like, it's a
Yeah.
Wednesday, right? I will
Hump day.
sync
Mm-hmm.
for Naturia Barkion. He
Ooh, yeah,
negates
that's fine.
traps with a quick
Yeah, that's a
effect.
bit rough for me. Yeah.
Yeah, you've been barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah. Yeah, and I will take 300 here, and then I'll use lead yoke and send switch hitter.
And I'll
To
activate trap
Didn't trap the
trick.
triple nightmare only work on the? Oh, it's just special summon. I thought it was yeah. So, do I get to chain lead yoke to this again?
Wait, does it work?
Um, if battle and boxer you control would be destroyed by a battle or card effect.
No, I mean like trap tricks.
Oh yeah, yeah. The trap tricks card works because just when it was special. Oh no, it wasn't special summon this turn, so no, that doesn't work. Yeah. Yeah, so this just goes up to 3K. But also, I think I could chain lead yoke to that as well.
I,
Um,
yeah, I just can't read cards. I'm gonna lose.
Maybe, yeah. Um, that was a decent draw. Okay, can I kill you this turn?
The story of my life is just like how I can't play Yu-Gi-Oh ever.
Hey, I can kill you. Fire hand time.
Oh no! Oh no!
Finishing you off with the hands. Pop that, and then bring out ice hand, and then that's 5,400 damage on board.
I've seen
Let's
enough.
go. The boxers! The boxers!
I've seen enough of these battling boxers.
They're better than the battle on briefs, you know. Oh yeah, I'll play. I'll play a different deck. I got some other fun ones here. If Dueling Book Lag will allow
It's
me.
like battling boxers now with wiretap.
Yep. I love Battle and Boxer. Anytime I can reasonably play
Clearly.
them, you know, I'm a Battle and Boxers
No.
fan. I love them. Lead Yoke is just so like satisfying to have out, and it's just so annoying for opponents to deal with. It's just great.
Oh boy, what a. Yo, Lead Lover, what's up? Budget boxers. Yeah.
Yeah. Great budget deck for the time. I think budget decks are really fun a lot of the time. Ooh, okay.
Dark World
Sure.
Dealings. Hmm.
Ooh, this is tricky. I think I'm gonna pitch Soul Charge.
I don't think. Hmm.
I could have just made the worst mistake of the game because Soul Charge is busted, but like it's early game, you know, will I be using it anytime soon, or do I need to
Right.
other things?
I can't do anything with that, but so I guess I'll discard
Oh,
Grapha.
okay, yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm like, ooh, but I can't do anything with it because it's not anything to do with it.
Yeah. I mean, still, you know, if you bring out a Dark World monster, bounce that back, and then feeling good there.
Dark Worlds was your first deck? Yeah, let's go.
Dark Worlds are pretty hype.
Oh, lure.
Yep. Draw deeper, even deeper. Will it be enough to defeat me? I mean, I pitched Soul Charge, so what horrors are lurking in my hand, you know?
So since this was your first deck, you're probably gonna like look at my plays and be like, oh, what's this guy? Also, that should have been banished. Why didn't you
Oh, sorry,
banish?
I banished the wrong thing. I tried to correct the situation, but
Ah,
oh.
ah, firewall thing. Get out of here. Um,
I hate when those pop up when you're streaming or recording. It's just like always awkward.
I hate the ones when you like click like the X to, like get them, but then they like did they just open up anyway? I'm like, what's
Yeah. They're
like
like,
what's
oh, the X marks the spot, as in like you want me to be here, right?
right? Uh, do Dark Worlds get their effects off with like drag down? Like if you pick them,
Yes, they do. Yeah.
they do.
Mhm.
Oh, this changes
Uh-oh.
everything.
I don't like this. Okay. I'm going to chain Maxi.
Okay, I'm like chain on my
Yeah.
turn. Excuse
Yeah.
me.
It's a hand trap, you know?
Speaking of,
Yeah, speaking of Koki Mary, you know.
I guess I gotta pick Diamond Core.
You don't have to. It doesn't affect engrave, you know? No,
And
let me see your
then
hand. What are you doing up there?
that's the card.
Okay, brow.
So then I'll get
Okay, so
his
not the best use of Maxi for me here, I guess.
yes, and then I'll get his effect to
Yeah, you
draw
get to
two.
draw a card. Mm.
So
Draw one.
So I'll draw three then.
No, you only draw one because it's by your effect. So
Oh
you get,
right. So I'll draw two then.
yeah, you draw two total. Yeah, you draw one from the effect of drag down and one from the effect of brow. Yeah.
Cool. Do, 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 do.
Set in one. What does Dark World want to set?
End turn.
I guess Trance Archfiend, maybe? You know what it is?
Okay, I call Forbidden. The Lance, I think it was in your hand.
Forbidden Lance, you say? Well, you got a very good hit there.
Hey. Oh.
Max value
Wait, was
off
that
of
all
Mind
three?
Crush.
What, you drew the other one?
Max value off
Oh
of Mind
my
Crush.
god.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
I
Forbidden is right. Don't use that.
uh ooh I'm gonna go for hmm. I'm gonna banish the Diamond Core of Kokimeru here. Prevent my Kokimeru monsters from being destroyed.
Okay.
Um, then I'm going to summon out Kokimeru Urnite. Okay.
What does this guy do? Yeah.
I'm gonna activate a Diamond Core of Kokimeru.
Drew. Oh my god, you drew another one. Sure.
Well, I drew into a third lance as well, so you know.
Yeah, fair enough. What comes around goes
Not
around.
ideal. But I'm gonna add the Iron Core to hand. I'm going to use the effect of Urnite here. You know about the Iron Core in hand. The effect, fine.
What's his effect do? Once per turn, you can reveal an Iron Core special summon. I'm gonna activate Skill Drain.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nasty. Okay, sure.
Cause I wasn't sure if I want to do it because then this guy you don't have to like have maintenance
Yeah, he's
at
not
the end.
destroyed.
I'm like,
But
I'd rather just not use start. But like, if I pick between the two evils, I'd rather have you not search for stuff.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
But like 2K obviously is still scary. Just big
I mean
2K beater.
that set has to be a trans archfiend. I'm not attacking into it. I'm just gonna pass.
And the card you wait, you added a wait, did you add a wait,
Yeah,
Iron
I had an
Core.
Iron Core
And that was from the Diamond
from Diamond
Core.
Core. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Right, because you banish and then you add Diamond Core. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Where the Boojins at?
Boojins are a more meta deck.
Yeah, like Boojins are a lot stronger, though they do have their
Boojins
weakness,
are
and
tier
that's
two.
because yeah. I was glad to finally. I think it was the hat video I talked about, or maybe it was Fire or Water. I don't know. I know I talked about it kind of recently ish, even though like they've been around for a while. It's an interesting deck.
Hmm. I like Boojins. I think they're neat. I know that a lot of people don't like their playstyle, and that's fine. But I like their playstyle. I think it's neat. So will you be able to deal with a 2,000 attack guy? That's the question.
Honestly, not particularly. No.
Hey,
If I'm being brutally honest here.
I'll take that. Set pass.
Uh, Upstart.
Sure, I'll take another 1,000.
Wuji's art's like pretty cool. Like, Bujin Yamato is kind of cool.
I think they're neat.
I'm going to normal beige.
That is fine. Normal beige is fine.
And then I'll use Grapha's effect.
Yep, the bounce
Where,
beige.
yeah, he'll special, and then beige bounces to hand.
Yep.
Though his effect is also negated.
Yeah.
So he just big beater. Though he does get the
He's a
buff,
big guy.
though.
From Fiend. Yeah, from Gates of the Dark World.
Yeah. And I will attempt.
I will take 8,000.
8,000?
No, 8,000.
Excuse me.
I'd still be alive here. I'd still be alive here, but But I'll take 8,000.
That's so much.
Okay. That is a card. Your move.
All right. Hmm. I'm gonna activate gates,
Yep, that's fine.
and let's see. I will banish Brow,
Mm-hmm.
discard. Do.
Gotta discard either beige or something else. So
Beige
Mhm.
to draw a card.
Yep, and then beige
Beige
gets summoned.
gets summoned.
Yep, that's fine.
Is that once per turn? It is once per turn.
Got once per turn. That'd be busted if it wasn't once per turn. Dark World would just draw through their entire deck.
Oh my god, could you imagine? Like it feels like a
Yeah,
lot
that
though,
would,
right? Banish and discarding, but then like, well, that's kind of how they work.
yeah.
I'm gonna flip someone trans. You were right. You were right.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah, I knew it was. I knew it was trans. I was like, I don't want you to get back to trans and then be able to draw deeper into the deck with Gated Dark World. So, uh,
Yeah, 18 and then 19.
yep.
3K.
And 3,000. Yep.
I'm just gonna up the attack. I don't feel like upping the defense.
Yeah.
Main 2. Pass.
Hey. That is a card for sure. Back to you.
Oof.
I mean, you're playing skill drain, so what do you want from
Fair
me?
enough. Hey, this is tier 3.
That's true, but skill drain is something.
Transpulling Birdman out of the toilet. Kinda. Was that like the
Dimensional fissure.
dimensional fissure?
It gets back banished dark monsters.
The prison of dimensions.
Yeah.
Let's try something funny. I'm going to tribute 2 to normal Grapha.
No. Get that out of here.
I will chain Eradicator.
Ooh. Okay. What type of card are you declaring?
Spells.
Okay. So this goes to grave. This is a trap, which I can't use right now since skill drain's up. So skill drain's negating all the effects of things. So I can't use fiendish because it has to negate the effects of them.
Oh, that's tricky.
Yeah.
I'll use gates.
Well, you also get trance's effect to add back a dark monster.
No, because
Actually, no, you
no,
don't.
because
No,
I
because it was...
attributed over
Yeah,
for
you're right.
for Grapha.
You're right.
Yeah, I'll use gates to banish discard and then draw. I will banish. I guess another trance.
You might as well.
Discard brow, draw a card.
Yep, now you draw another because of brow.
What cards in this format make you discard my cards? Because I'm trying to.
I don't think many. I don't think there are many that most decks play.
Because I know like some Dark Worlds are in this deck that or like brow, right? Like if you discard it.
Yeah, I mean that's more because in the initial wave of Dark World support, there was Dark Deal, which said when your opponent activates a normal spell, you can pay 1,000 life points and change the effect of that normal spell to discard one card from your opponent's hand. So, so that's why they have that condition there for Dark Deal. And then there are some Dark Worlds that later get added that allow you to change more effects to do that. Or there's like Ceruli, which you give to your opponent and then it pitches cards from your hand and stuff.
Doesn't crap, what was like the updated Grapha like make your opponent
maybe
like changes like the text?
I could believe it. I haven't really looked at modern Dark World, but yeah, I mean they make cards busted now.
Why am I so scrubby? I'm always scrubby. What are you talking about?
Okay, well this is not a spell. I'm just gonna summon it.
Okay, Crusader.
Just hidden for 19. The only thing I can do.
Sure.
And back to you.
I'm gonna normal snow.
Yep. And then you get back Grapha, and then.
Yep. You know it.
Yep.
Then I'll use gates again.
Mm-hmm.
And I will banish Brow, discard beige, draw a card.
Mhm.
And
And that is
special.
lethal. Yeah.
Booyakasha! Dark
Yeah,
Worlds.
that is something. Uh,
Yeah, so
well, I've got
what
a
cards just like I'm clearly a scrub here. Like what how do you get Snow's effect off?
Snow. You use it with it's just like any other discard effect.
But it
Snow's
says
just
if
written
it's
weirdly.
discarded from your hand to your graveyard by an opponent's card effect.
It's written weirdly. It's like you can get it off with the regular discard effects. It's just written very strangely.
I'm but I'm having a hard time figuring out like how this is if it was okay, if it was discarded to the graveyard by a card effect, if it was discarded from your hand to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you can target one monster in an opponent's graveyard, add one Dark World card from your deck to your hand, then special summon. Okay, so is it if it's discarded by an opponent's card effect, then I can
No,
special summon the
it's like
target?
it's yeah. So the let me look up the actual wording of this card.
Snow triggers
So
with your own cards. I have to admit, that was one of
yeah,
the
so
shittiest
it's if
wordings in
this
the
card
entire
is
game.
discarded to the graveyard by a card effect. That's the important thing, right? That's the activation condition.
Right.
But then, as part of the cost, it says, okay, well, if it's discard from your hand in the graveyard by opponent's card effect, you get to target one monster in their graveyard. But if that doesn't happen, you don't target the monster in the graveyard, so you don't have a target, if any, to summon in defense position. So you just the part that you get from Snow is just you add the Dark World card from your deck to your hand. But
Okay.
yeah, it's definitely a very strange card for sure.
I only know OCG things. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a very strange card. I need to definitely add and take away some things from the side here. Let's see. I feel like
Yo, son of El Chapo, what's up? I just downloaded. I just found this off of like a hat website.
yeah, that seems good to me.
So, and I can see why certain cards aren't in this. Um, but like Kawaki Mirror though.
Yeah, Kawaki Meru is definitely an interesting strategy. I didn't really get to show it off that much because under skill drain it definitely suffers a lot, but it's fun.
Like I don't even know what to decide. Like again, I don't know how optimal or unoptimal this deck is. Um, I just found it and I'm playing it and hoping it works out. Yeah, like Snow,
Yeah.
like I could. I mean that. I mean, obviously tripped me up something fierce.
Okay, well, let's start off with a good old Tenki.
Ooh, okay. This is peak Dark World, more than like Shockwave format where they actually got like semi-consistent tops. Let's see what Dark World I found fascinating throughout, uh, like really like 5Ds and Zexal Areas. That there, it was a deck that like one of the first like group of decks that was kind of almost impossible to get rid of for good. Like they kept kind of sticking around, like Heroes or Burning Abyss or Cyber Dragon.
And then I'll reveal the gorilla. Yeah, no, it's very
Right.
interesting the cards that stand the test of time.
Oh, or one Beast Warrior.
Yeah, or one Beast Warrior. Yeah. Oh, this is at 2100, by the way.
Sure.
That might not matter, but
Well, better start than any.
Oh,
Tour
yeah,
guide.
good. Yeah, that's fine.
Level 3 or lower fiend. I'll pick the Brow. Yeah, I always appreciate decks that like stick around for a while. It's always sad when you see a deck that falls off, like slowly falls off. Like Mermail kind of comes to mind.
Yeah. BA also, Beatrice is now banned, so it's like,
Yeah.
oh, what are they gonna do?
But after got those like nice Dante reprints like a year ago.
Yeah. I mean, it's good that they hit Beatrice because Beatrice was seeing too much play in decks that were not BA and giving them very powerful tool. But it is kind of unfortunate that it also had the side effect of hitting BA pretty hard.
Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, if it's for the greater good of the meta, like, do it, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Oh no, my picture just slightly fell. I was at
Ooh.
PAX West this past. I posted this on my Discord, but it's just me at the Sparking Zero booth. So,
How was PAX West? Was it good?
it was pretty fun. I mean, really busy because I was working, but it was kind of cool.
Oh, that's awesome. I
Seeing
always
all
like
the-
conventions like that.
Yeah, not too many vendors, but seeing all like the upcoming games and stuff. It's
Yeah.
always fun talking to like the industry people.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. I think an acid golem cometh.
Ooh. Yeah, sure, that's fine.
And when an acid golem cometh, an acid golem stompeth. Yeah,
I
budget
will be
decks.
stomped by that.
Yeah, like
yeah,
I
900.
yeah, I love all those budget decks. I mean, agent got my friend like years ago when he was starting to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna pick up these counter fairy decks." I'm like, "This motherfucker."
Yeah. Counter Fairy is a. I like Counter Fairy. I think it's a fun deck. but
It's so
definitely,
annoying.
Yeah, it's definitely annoying to face for sure. Yeah, I wonder if you have Skill Drain with that Acid Golem of Destruction up. I wonder.
I call bear,
That is.
which I absolutely know you have,
You know I have Gorilla.
or gorilla.
Um,
Yeah, that's what I meant. The one that
okay.
you revealed last turn.
I will.
I have the memory of a goldfish.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But this is just tricky for me. I think I will wiretap that.
We'll spat out my water. Where's upon? Can I chant a card on resolution? Is that okay?
I believe so. Yeah, because if you've got a fast effect, you can use that. Yeah.
Well, like not a normal trap. I mean.
Yeah, that's a fast effect. So yeah, you can use that.
Okay. I call gorilla again.
Call Gorilla. Okay, that's fine. I'm not sure if you see my hand in this at this point in time.
Don't. The only one I knew was the one card revealed. Or
yeah, I'm not sure if you look at my hand now to make sure that I don't have any other gorillas.
It's fine if you don't. It's I'm not gonna.
I don't have any other gorillas.
I'm not gonna look into this.
Yeah. I need to think here. So I've got
Mind crush, mind crush, mind crush, Mike.
Yeah, that's pretty much how that went.
Chat, what are your favorite budget decks? Also, let's get the 5 likes. What's going on here? Come on.
Oh yeah, where are the 5 likes? We got to get them in there.
Come on. Where's all this?
I feel like
hat love. Where's the hat love at?
I'm gonna summon up bear.
Okay.
So I did have bear.
Oh.
You know I have gorilla, but if you want to call bear, you can. But I'm gonna send this to pop the acid golem.
That is how that card works.
Yeah. Now I can get in here for 16, and I can set a fire formation spell.
Springens.
So I'm gonna set this. Main 2. I got a tanky.
Oh my god. When I think of budget decks, I think of like Dino Mist.
Yeah, Dino Mist is fun too.
Or like desk bots. I don't know why like Pendulum comes to mind first, but I guess because there's so many like crap Pendulum decks.
That was a good era for budget, I think. I think that's one of the nice things about the modern era is that there are just so many pet decks that you can play. Which is true for a lot of different eras of the game's history, but like the just sheer amount of them in the modern day is wild for sure.
Well, if it worked again, let's just activate Tour Guide.
Yeah, sure.
I literally just like cold drew into it.
Yeah, that does work.
Brow. I access the overlay network for something that can beat over this.
We got another acid golem that does it, but also, most rank 3s I think will beat over a bear, even if it's buffed to 1700 by Tenki.
Giga Brilliant.
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah.
Which I do. I do own an ultimate rare of this card.
It looks really pretty in ultra rare. It
Yeah.
looks brilliant in ultra rare.
Ultimate rare, even.
Oh yeah, ultimate rare. Yeah. I mix up the rarities sometimes.
And I will discard or detach. I mean, to bump him up to 21. Yeah, it's actually like a cheap
21.
ultimate rare. Like there are like surprisingly cheap ultimate rares, which just I don't know, surprises me for some reason.
Yeah, it's always nice when they are cheap because they always look so pretty. So it's like, if you can get them like that.
Yeah, like I have like less than 10 ultis, and only one of them I'm pretty sure is like worth anything because it was also like a gift, which was the ulti Necro Valley. Which that's one of my favorite arts of a card. So I was like really like, oh, my ulti Necro Valley. Like I think I have Giga Brilliant, I have Excalibur. I have Gauntlet Launcher ulti. I have a Dark Magician and Blue Eyes ulti, but it's like not like the cheap ulti ones.
Yeah.
I have a Utopia Ray ulti. And I feel like I have like one or two other ones. Those ones off the top of my head.
That is a fun play here, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for Wolf Bark.
Oh, Wolf Bark's legal.
It is indeed. I'm going to target
the
Gorilla.
Okay. This is also a new card in hat format, I believe.
Wolf Bark? I thought it was in Fire Water, too.
It might have been.
Yeah.
A Lightning Kidori ulti. Oh, yeah, I don't have that, but that sounds cool.
Ragna.
Oh, shit.
Ragna Zero.
What? I think it's the first time I've ever seen its effect actually get used.
Yeah, and I'm going to use it to pop that Giga Brilliant, and then I get to draw a card. So I'm like, yeah, this seems pretty good to me.
I think I'm liking about it is just like how back and forth these like games are, right?
Yeah,
like
even if kind of wild.
Like even with the decks being pretty good, it's like you don't need to draw too much to like get that like needed card. Although the tides might be shifted now, though.
Yeah, I mean the thing I like about going into Ragna Zero is that if you activate gates at any point, like all your fiends will be buffed, and then I can just pop them with Ragna. So.
Oh, yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
What do? What do I do?
That's the question. Ragnarok is definitely an annoying card to face down.
Attempt to normal trance Archfiend.
That's fine.
Discard Snow.
Yep, and so you do get the Snow effect, and that thing's at 2,000 now.
Which doesn't really mean anything, because...
Well, it might mean something.
Yes, and then Snow, I can search for a Dark World card from my deck to hand, and then special summon in defense?
No, you just get to add it to hand.
It just adds to hand.
The special summon that target thing is if it was discarded by an opponent's card effect and you targeted a card in their graveyard.
Right. Well, the only thing that like lets my stuff going is gates, and I can also like immediately use that.
So you might as well get it,
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, he's getting so buff, but he still can't do anything.
Yeah, against Ragnar Zero at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to use Gates effect.
Okay.
Banish. I think I want to banish Snow.
I think that makes sense because if Trance is destroyed, you get Snow back. So.
Yeah, and then pitch Trance to draw a card.
Okay, I was very worried that you'd pitch a Grapha here, and then it's like,
oh my god, could you imagine? If only I could actually like do anything.
Yeah.
I guess I just have to set and pray.
Set 2 pass. Do I use Ragnar Zero here? I don't think I do. I can just use it next turn because the trance is still buffed.
Wait, it's not a
So
quick effect. Oh, during either player.
yeah,
What?
it's a
What?
quick effect. Yeah. Yeah. No,
What's
that's
that
that's part of what
wording?
makes it so busted. Yeah.
It's
Um.
it's a quick effect, but it doesn't say quick effect.
Yep.
This is Konami. What are you doing?
But I don't want to hear about it from you playing skill drain over there. I don't want to hear about
Well,
it.
skill drain at least like
Uh,
you read the card, it makes sense. Like everything says quick effect.
Yeah, Ragnar Zero makes sense. Uh. Anyway, speaking of making sense, I'm gonna go for Urnite here. I'm going to. Did that
What?
good?
Mm,
Also, trance is at 1800 now.
Shysta. Skill drain,
Okay, pay your 1,000 first.
and then wiretap. Where's the wiretap?
Yep. Get that out of here.
Can I just take back that 1,000?
Nope.
I
Unfortunately not.
know.
But I will declare the Urnite, reveal the Iron Core,
Yep.
and then you know what? Let's go into. Wait, that's just graveyard to hand. So you know what? I think that it's best to go into a Brago.
Oh no.
I will just declare Ragnar pop the trance.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
There we go.
I cannot stop that. Ragna
Yep.
Zero putting in the work.
Oh yeah. I'm very happy I made it. I had a couple different options that turn, and I was like, Ragna is. I mean, it just seems like the best of them. So
Well, the problem with like, especially like some of these boards that there's so many back row cards. It's like, what do you even do, right?
yeah, it'd be very weird and awkward. I'm feeling okay about my side deck.
Hachi Machi. Okay.
You didn't get to see the real hate towards Dark Worlds that I brought in.
Oh no.
You just saw the wiretaps, but I had I have some real hatred in here towards that deck. Like some nasty stuff.
Okay. Okay. Think. I don't think you're doing anything. All right.
That's what you think.
I'm really just talking about myself. I don't think I'm doing anything.
Oh, okay.
Give me that first turn draw. It's
Oh yeah.
draw.
Draw time.
The only way to deal with this kind of deck is a Dark World style.
Yeah, sure. I gotta think about what to pitch here. Oh goodness.
Yes. What will you pitch here? A dark. That's legal.
Yep.
What?
I'm pitching it.
Okay,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
think I need
pitch Grapha.
And you can't do it. Okay, cool. Cool.
I can't. Excuse
You
me.
can't do the effect to pop. It doesn't
Right.
come back or anything.
Yeah. That's all good. Normal snow.
Okay.
Summon Grapha.
On the declaration of Grapha's effect, I'm gonna maxi.
Okay.
So I draw a card here, but also snow goes back to hand.
Yeah, I'm just looking. Sometimes I'm like staring at it for like 5 minutes, like I'm just blind.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't draw Dark World Dealings, or did I?
No, you did.
I did.
Yeah. Pretty sure. Yeah, you got
Yeah.
6 cards outside.
Yeah.
of the game, so you did.
Yeah, I drew this card. I'm pointing at it at my computer. You can't
Yeah,
see
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't see what I'm pointing at, but I'm pointing at it. Um, I guess I'm gonna activate gates. I guess there's no reason not to.
Yeah, I mean that sounds good to me.
And I have nothing in grave, no, so I can't use its effect.
Mhm.
All right, well, I guess I'll set 2 and let it be.
Hey, that is
Do
very interesting.
your worst.
I'll try. I'll try. I'm gonna activate Diamond Core of Koikimeru here.
Okay. What are you gonna add?
I'm gonna add a Iron Core of Koikimeru.
On resolution, I call Iron Core of Kawakimir.
Damn.
Get that
Alright,
out of
well,
here.
yeah, I will do that. Anyways, do I not? Oh, I don't have another. Oh, no, wait, I do. Okay. Whoops, not to grave, to hand.
Okay,
Doing that.
upon resolution,
Oh, you son of a
I
gun.
call spell.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Kind of. Not really. But okay, I'll show you my hand now. You gotta see
Malevolent
it.
Catastrophe, Wiretap, excuse me. Taking a
Yep.
screen cap of this. I can't believe this. I should
Those
have
are
called
some cards there,
should have
right?
called Trap.
Yeah. I'm loaded up on those traps. I can't really bring out Drago now, unfortunately. What I can do is just set 2 and pass back to you.
It could be any 2.
Would be.
Malevolent Catastrophe, that's the one that when like I
If
declare
you
an attack, it
attack.
destroys it heavy
Yep.
storms.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yep.
This is Deep Prison.
Just trying to snipe it. No, you sniped the
Ooh.
catastrophe, which I kind of wanted to keep around for if you got
Fair
like
enough.
skill drain and stuff, but
That's definitely Deep Prison, and I definitely don't like that.
you could have set wiretap.
You could have, but like
That might have
you
been
you
saving
know I
the
can
deep
just
prison
get
for you.
graph out pretty easily, and that's annoying.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna summon Snow
Okay, that's fine.
and attack.
That's 2K. I'll take that.
End turn with that.
Okay. And let me check the wording on epidemic.
Until the
So
end of their third
cards that
turn
I
after this card's activation.
yeah, it's all
So
cards that I draw. So okay, so what I'm gonna do. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do, during my draw phase, I'm gonna use the effect of Iron Core Engrave just to add it to hand
uh
instead of drawing.
okay.
And that will not be affected by
Right.
the Eradicator there. Then I think what I do is I just summon Drago, set 1, and then go to end phase, reveal the Iron Core. Aspect you.
How player can special summon light or dark monsters.
Yeah, so no graphic coming back for you as long as Drago remains on field.
Huh. Well, it's definitely a wiretap and a deep prison at the very least. I know that.
Yep. So if you do have another monster to beat over the Drago, I'm in a really bad spot. But I figure this is probably for the best. I will deprison that.
I have to get it out of the way.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like I rather like have like Snow take the hit
Now I do draw.
than like something like Grapha or something.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I'm gonna summon out Crusader.
Okay.
And I think I just get in here for 38.
Yep.
Because, yeah, I feel like, I could go for an Xyz summon, but I feel like it's not worth it. Anyways, there's the core. And back to you.
Okay. All right. Let's get rid of that wiretap.
Oh, I wanted that wiretap.
And then I will activate Reckless Greed.
Yep, go for it. Yeah, you'll probably need those draws there.
Hmm. Activate Drag Down.
Ah, my Iron Core.
Iron Core and reveal hand. Just Gates of Dark World and a Maxi.
I mean it doesn't. Well, actually, it does matter because you can activate Gates to get the effect again. Go for Gates. Get that out of here. And then
Okay.
I do reveal the card that I draw off this, and it is not a spell; it's a bear.
Bear.
So, yeah, I will take that.
Hiya.
Set 2 pass. So, do I draw into
I think this is
that?
the
I feel like
last.
that's
I believe this is the last turn of Eradicator.
it is. I'm just debating: do I draw into Koiki Meru? Like I do. Like I'm not gonna get too aggressive this turn, so I'm gonna draw into. Do I? It's so bad if you. I think I need to. I'm gonna draw into it.
Okay.
So.
I'm calling Bear with Mind Crush.
Fair. Okay, that's fine. Oh, you can't activate Mind Crush. You don't have cards in hand.
What?
Mind Crush, you need to have a card in hand in case you call it wrong.
Now I may just be saying this. I don't think that's how that works. I may.
That is how it works.
I would say. I would say the complete opposite in any other situation except for this situation right here.
No, that is unfortunately how Mind Crush works. You do need a card in hand, even if you know for a fact that your opponent has a given card in hand. You do need a card in hand to actually.
Oh! Look at this drag down. What's that? What's that doing there?
Nah, it's fine. I'm not gonna play as if I know it's Mind Crush. If
I don't think
if
it's
I
gonna
play that way,
matter.
then I'd summon out Bear and just win the game. But I'm gonna play as if I don't, which is what I was planning on doing originally. So I'm just going to attack in with Crusader here.
I wonder what that could be. Yes, I'm actually.
Yeah. Now I get out a Koki Meru from deck. I don't think there's anything that can like kill you now, but I can go for an Urnite here. Get in for
Yeah,
3,900.
that's your hand.
Yep, it's Bear and Meru.
Wait, no, you attack with Crusader, right? And Crusader adds it to hand.
Oh, it is to hand. I'm dumb. Sorry. Yep. So I have to add a. I'm gonna add the diamond.
Shame on you.
Yeah.
Call me up for Mind Crush.
I thought that it would work a bit differently, or this would go a bit differently. But anyways, do I even need a diamond core here? I don't think I do. I think I just pass back. Yeah, I'm not really sure what you can really do here. So back to you. They'll just reveal the iron core. And good luck.
Okay. Call Bear.
Yeah, now you can do it.
Okay, I will activate Gates.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah, you got to banish the graph, but
Or do I? No.
That's what you got to do. Then.
No, wait, no, I'm not going to use Gates. That'd be stupid. I'm going to summon Brow and get graph off of that.
You can't because Drago.
What? Ah, Mother of God! No.
Yeah, so you have to use Gates here, really.
No, Mother of God. All
Yeah.
right, I'm gonna discard banish Grapha because I have to draw a card.
Yeah.
And then cry myself
You
to
draw
sleep.
2 for this, so.
Oh wait, I activate Reckless Greed. I shouldn't have even draw a card. I'm dumb.
Oh, that's true. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's at the end of the game. Well,
Ah.
those are some good ones. Koki Mirror versus Dark World is not a matchup that you typically see.
No, and on it's just like this. So I'm like, where are my monsters? I drew like no monsters. Where's my
That's
monsters?
probably why Dark World's tier 3, because if you draw the right stuff and like go off, then it can be crazy.
Yeah,
But
like I can hear Lead
uh,
Lover screaming at me of like all the misplays like I've clearly been doing.
yeah, definitely tricky deck to play.
I mean, yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
Skill Drain also is just brutal.
I don't play these decks at all really. Like I like Dark World, but it's not like I'm playing hat format,
Yeah,
much
and
at all.
no
But
matter
like,
what format it is, it takes time to get used to it.
but honestly, like
So
playing this, I'm like, damn, no, this is actually like really good. This is really good.
yeah,
Holy shnikes.
you, you can see why people like it. Should we play one quick one in 10 minutes? Just
I don't think
try
I'll
it.
have time, but
Single.
we can chat a single.
We can play a single game, or we could just chat. That's also fine because we did do two
All right.
matches of hat, and
Okay.
So
I will settle for a single.
okay.
Single, no sighting.
Yep.
All right, Chad. You're getting an extra one here.
Oh yeah. Oh, paper tie. Aha.
Oh no.
Just that easy sometimes. But I mean, it's just nice to show off all the different decks here because like, I mean, it really is a diverse format, and I don't know. These games have been really fun. Like very very back and forth, and like we've been showing off like not even the meta decks, but just some like interesting decks that you can play.
This deck is gonna suck.
Oh, don't worry. This I'm not really quite sure how to play this one to optimal
Oh
efficiency, so
my
I'm just gonna
god.
set 3 pass.
Blind MC. Don't think about it. Middle. Bam. Go.
No.
Oh, the TT.
That was a pretty good one, honestly.
Evo diversity.
What? Oh yeah, go for it. Yeah. Oh,
That
Evo.
reaction of the what?
Yeah. No,
At a
this shit
evil
can be kind of
tile,
sick though. It's
evil
got
tile or evil sore.
some neat combos.
Evil tile. I've never played. I don't think I've like. I don't. I'm surely I've built a deck on like something before. You quit when Plush Fire and the Pendulum Structure that came out back and forth turns. Oh yeah, it was like the oh shit, what was that deck? The
I don't know. I
like
was
the
checked out of the
yeah
structure
like
deck scene
the
by that
Performa
time.
Pal whatever. Like everyone
Oh,
was
the one they
playing
introduced like
like
edition.
like Monkey Board and stuff. The one that just like everyone was playing and it had like to get like emergency banned.
Oh yeah, that deck seems fun. I like just the absurd tier 0 formats that are just like the decks are going crazy. Like I actually like formats like that. Like I'm about to cover Airblade on my channel, and I'm like I'm not gonna
Oh
spend too long
boy.
on it, but like I'm just gonna be like, yeah, this format's one of my comfort formats. It's very fun to me, and me alone. But um, yeah, not everyone's cup of tea for good reason.
I don't even know what I even pick because they're all like if this is special summoned. I guess
Yeah,
you
it's like I know there's some that like do things on flip that you could go for. I think. Um, if you got something that tributes, you can look for one of the things that have an effect upon being tributed.
I'm gonna grab a Serato because I think he looks cool, and I like the ones that look cool, and he also has high attack. So if I need that,
Yeah, 1900 is pretty good. So.
maybe try out tier format on stream if you like absurd tier. Oh,
Ooh.
I don't. I think one game would just take us like the entire like length of the stream of just like what does this do?
Yeah, what's tier elements, whatever. What is that? I don't even know their name. Havness, I think that's one of them. Um, Rhinoheart. Yeah, Havness is like Rhinoheart stuff. But
What comes
I don't like
around
the.
goes around. Bam, bam,
I
boom.
don't
We're
like
out
the
of here.
look of that. I mean, that definitely is not Serato there. Um, well, you know what I'm gonna do? Rescued Rabbit. Is that okay?
I don't think it is actually.
No, the chain.
Yeah, I
That
just
doesn't do
got
anything against
chained.
this.
Yeah, 30-minute per turn.
Hey, that doesn't do anything against this. 'Cause
Y-
I get to banish for cost.
Wait, no, because there's no prio in this format.
Yeah, but I can. It still costs to banish it.
But what doesn't have an well, you can't. I mean, you can
Phoenix
banish it,
Chain
but
only
you can banish it, but its
creates.
effect wouldn't.
No, it's only while it's
No,
on the
no,
field.
Phoenix Chance. The Phoenix Chain stops it, right?
No, Veiler stops it. The Phoenix Chain doesn't, because it's only when it's on the field. So it's like Skill Drain versus like Exiled Force or something.
Hold
Where, yeah,
on.
I mean, you can do something else instead. Like,
Does I thought Phoenix Chain like just doesn't stop grabbing card D. Mother of God. Okay.
yeah, no, so it's something really good.
Yes.
I'll banish, and then I'm not on the rabbits. I'm on something a bit more
Is it done?
evil.
Ooh, evils. Oh, this is tier 3?
Yeah. I think I just go Ophion here. Because Infection is a good card. So yeah, I'm just gonna go. I need to overlay these together. Oh no, I messed up.
Oh no. Oh god.
Okay, wait. I can do this right. Extra deck, summon, overlay these guys together into the Ophion. There it is. Bam. That good?
Um
Now you can fiendish this.
yeah. I might as well. You already know I have it.
Yeah.
Um I'm going to chain compulse.
Ooh, okay, that does work. Yeah, so this goes back to extra deck. My heliotropes go to grave. So
Evil
sad.
Swarm was like a good turn was a good turn brain off and coast type deck. I mean,
Yep.
Ophion is like, I mean, their XC is like, it's where it's. Oh my god.
The
Thanks,
boogeyman of the format.
hat format.
Yep. This is the thing that people have issues with in the format is just a soul charge coming
Yes,
in
but
here.
you cannot attack.
I can't, but I can still search. Is this all okay?
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay. There is the trap as well. I feel like I just want to go pandemic. Pandemic just seems really good. Um, and then I'm gonna set one mystery card and pass back to you.
Ooh, mystery.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna flip summon Evil Tile Westlow. I can special summon Evil Sore from my deck.
A chain maxi.
Oh yeah, you would.
Yeah, I would.
It's an Evil Sore. They're so evil.
They are. It's evil versus evil. It's different types of evil.
Let's see.
I actually don't know how you're supposed to get into like Logi or Dolko with a level 3.
Wait, no, I can't. The level 5 or higher. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can summon this. It's just level 5 or higher. The one that increases the level of Westlow? I feel like otherwise, like, how are you supposed to do summon here?
Let's see if it's level 5 or higher. So I could potentially do like an XZs or something. I don't think these
Yeah, you can
do
Exceed summon.
tuners.
This is mainly like this would really get against Dragon Rulers, but if you got like an Exceed deck that doesn't have any way to stop that from happening. Which I think is one of the biggest flaws of the deck. A lot of hat decks are focused on Exceed summoning.
I mean, it makes sense. It is the format. I'm
Yeah.
gonna Diplo.
Okay, so I get to draw a card,
And I'm
you get
gonna
to target a back row.
I know this one protects it from like back row stuff, so I don't know what this is, so I'm just gonna pop that.
I'm gonna book down your Diplo.
I'm gonna chain enemy controller.
Oh,
Attribute it to target.
I'm gonna chain
Oh,
Pandemic.
all the chains.
Oh yeah,
That's
the
fine.
big chain link.
I'm gonna activate Evo Force.
Oh no. Okay, that's fine.
I can summon an evil sword from my deck.
Yeah, and I get another draw.
Maxi challenge, baby.
Actually, is gonna come in clutch this turn. I know you got a Serato in hand, right? So like, maybe you want to do something. I mean, unless there's an evil sword that like pops my monster, but
I don't think any, at least none in this deck do.
hmm. Yeah, Evo Force is a really good card in this deck.
And it's kind of,
I,
it's,
I, there's like evil tiles that trigger upon being tributed, and then like you do this and you tribute that, you get like 2 summons, and then
mm-hmm.
go into like a Lagier Dolka or something.
Yeah. I guess I have
Give
to.
me that draw. Sweet, sweet draws.
That'll normal,
Yep.
and then I'll have to give you one more.
Give me that draw. Yeah. Let's go.
The problem is, can I even like beat over this thing?
I don't think you can.
That's
I
what,
think
2450?
yeah, this guy is 2550.
2550?
Yeah, it's big. Big guy.
What's his
You can honor arc it
what's his
because pandemic only stops against spell traps. So
what do
you
you
could like go honor arc and then suck it up.
Yeah, if this was running honor arc, goodness. What's his
Oh,
defense?
oh no.
What's his defense points?
1650. So yeah, you can go for the Jin that sets it down if you want.
Yeah, I'm going for Jin.
Yep. I will indeed set it down. Yep, there it goes.
That took my entire hand, field, everything that one turn.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's not gonna get better.
Oh no!
Go Mandragora.
Oh no! Oh
Let's
no!
go this, and then banish one heliotrope to add the other heliotrope to hand. Actually, wait. Can I? There are more Ophions in deck. Okay, cool.
The power of Maxi.
Yeah. So let me see. What do I want to do here? Honestly, that seems pretty good. I could just Bahamut you.
Clutch a Jin
I'm
into losing Maxi. Ugh.
I might just Bahamut you. I mean, yeah, why not? I'm gonna overlay into Bahamut.
Oh no, Bahamut. Final Fantasy VII stands rise up.
And then pitch Heliotrope. And then I'm going to take control of the Maestro.
Oh no. Why doesn't this guy have a quick effect? That's stupid.
Yeah, no, I was like, does this guy have a quick effect? That would be really bad for me. And I was like, oh wait, he doesn't.
I feel like there's one that has a quick effect. I think of like not Alucard.
No, but it's like one of the gins I think does. But anyways, I'm also gonna back that up with
I think it's like a rank 2 or 3, something like that.
Good luck.
Okay. I will attempt to set and pass.
That is a-okay by me. Is that a 1900 defense? So I'm just going to hit into that.
It was a Najasho. If Dueling Book will allow me to send it to grave.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's the one that you. So the big combo here is you tribute that off Evo Force, and then you bring out like 2 evil SARs at the same time. Basically.
Aha!
And then you go into. Oh, okay.
I'll switch.
That's something, I guess.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
That's game.
Unfortunately, I drew into Pandemic there, but yeah, I had.
Oh my! I get the feeling I had a 0% chance of winning this at a certain point.
Yeah, this was just rough for you.
Oh my god!
Evils are a tough deck to play too. It's like there's so many of them. It's like hard to know which ones to get.
But the people
get them,
but people made them work though. You know.
Yeah, no, people definitely made them work, but it's definitely a tricky deck to play. I had Max C opening hand, so even if you could do something like, Evo Force a Najacho into a Lager Dolkai, that would have given me like 3 cards just
Hmm.
going plus that way.
I mean, that max C,
So
but it's like I'm like I have to do something.
no, yeah, exactly.
I mean, I
Otherwise, you just lose the game harder.
suppose,
You know.
I suppose I could have done certain things, but it also goes to show like just the skill that's involved in hat format.
Yeah,
Like yeah, like
and
Maxi isn't like overpowered or anything like that. But there are certain situations, certain decks where it's good against, but that goes with a bunch of other cards in the current card pool.
yeah, and it's tough because like if you want to, like control decks are so buffed in this format that if you want to make combo decks work, you really gotta like, you know, I mean it's they're very unforgiving. Like Eel Swarm's a control deck, so all I really had to do was like get my resource loop going, and that's it, right? So
Hmm.
my game plan here was very straightforward. I mean, your game plan is very tricky because knowing how to like manage all these and then playing around my interruption on top of that, it's like just brutal to do.
Yeah,
So
it's a very like back and forth format with like a lot of decks. I think that's what a lot of people like about it, right?
yeah,
It's not so many like OTKs and stuff like that. Like sure there are stuff like Soul Charge that can or like the hands that can make things like rather annoying, but there usually is some sort of counter play to it.
yeah, and even here, like I soul charged to get into Ophion, but that wasn't like, yeah, I mean that was a very important play, but at the same time, it's like not the highest impact soul charge that you can imagine, right? A lot of
Hmm.
people imagine soul charge like you bring back 5 monsters, and then you just pop off and do everything. But uh, it takes a special type of deck to actually be able to use soul charge in that way.
And like
Your
I'm sure
average deck
I'm
isn't necessarily gonna.
and I'm sure I played Evils wrong too, right? I was probably playing more aggro then because they're definitely more of a control deck too, but like they really need like their certain pieces. Like, do they
Yeah,
not have one that just pops monsters? Like that would be
I
so
don't.
nice, just because you have a back row one. Like obviously the deck I have, right? Like I just found it online, so I just
Yeah,
import it into Dueling Book.
yeah. But I mean, it's tough. I mean, I don't know exactly what they have and what they do. It does take like a very special type of person to like take a deck and pet deck it, right? Like really
Hmm.
grind it out in these formats. Um, but there are going to be more hat format tournaments happening. I mean, Mortal Tag Monthly is happening, I believe tomorrow, or no, it's starting. Yeah, no, it's starting Friday. It's starting Friday, I think. So that's their monthly event. If you want to join that on the hat format Discord, um, that seems like a lot of fun. And I mean, I don't know. It's just nice seeing people getting into hat format, trying out a new retro format. I'm not saying that like Edison or Goat or Tengen or anything like that is bad. I'm just saying like the more formats that are normalized as being played and get attention and stuff like that, I think the better because it's um, more variety, and that's nice. So happy to see more people trying out this really cool format.
Yeah, right at the end of the Zexal era for
Oh
people
yeah,
for the game like really changes. Like you thought it changed before, ooh,
oh
buddy.
yeah. I
But
wonder if people are gonna start trying to revive like Arc V and Beyond formats because generally like the retro scene is always focused on before Arc V.
I think absolutely. I think just given enough time, there's gonna be like a nostalgia for it. I'm already kind of nostalgia for like certain Arc V formats. But I know like Pendulum is kind of like it's kind of a hot point for people to talk
Yeah,
about just because like how much it changed and how weird it is, and how like the later formats kind of weird. Um, but well, like I'll see, like when I get to Arc V stuff next year, like I would like to get the first one out in January. Like Lay Murphy asks, what formats are you going to try out next on stream? Whatever, really. If you have any suggestions, drop it in the comments below. Unless it's like we're something like very specific. But I mean, honestly, usually we just sometimes we think about it a day before. Sometimes it's like a few days before. It's like, what do you feel
yeah,
like playing? Monarch Arc
and
V
as
format, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
maybe we gotta start be the change we want to see and do an Arc V format next stream.
I mean, I do
Uh,
like the Cosmos and the Cleforts and the.
oh yeah,
I know they're even like Zodiacs. Like it's stupid. It's so stupid. I don't think it'd be good for like to play on stream as my casual sense goes, but
yeah, yeah. I mean, the nice thing about these is that like we generally play casually on these streams and stuff. Um, because one, it makes it easier for us because like if if we had to learn like Mermail or something. Mermail is a very complicated deck, and it's very tricky. Some of the decks that we play here are also extremely complicated. Like Evil Zors is a very complicated deck. At the same time, it's more casual, so it's like, I mean, it can be very punishing if you mess up, but also the deck that you're facing off against generally doesn't have the tools to punish you as hardly as it would normally. So it makes it a bit more forgiving there.
Yeah, it's definitely
If you dive
tougher
into
when
something
you
like,
do like later formats, and it's just like, we have to like learn roughly the decks, or at least play them on stream to a reasonable degree. So I'm not just like, what does this card do? Hold on, let me take 5 minutes to like think about this, which it kind
yeah,
of is already a little bit, but like I'm trying to not be too much into that. So like, like a tier format, like that'd be hilarious just for like a one-off
yeah,
thing. But that for like everything is like, ooh.
it will save the tier format one for a podcast talking about the complexity of the game.
I mean
That'd be appropriate.
that would be pretty funny.
Yeah.
The worst Yu-Gi-Oh could ever get. Hey,
Uh,
maybe that's next week.
yeah, maybe. Let us know what you'd like to see, and what you want us to cover, what games you want us to play, things like that.
Yep. But with that said, we are out of time. Going a little over time today, but that's okay. And that's all I got.
Yeah. See you next time.
See you.